What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a very long awaited Payday Packs. Now, you might hear background noise because there are people in the other room, and I also have a fan and an air conditioner going because it's over 100 degrees today, and I don't like heat, but it's still hot. Anyways, today we're kicking off coming back with a bang. So, big old booster box, got a better camera, so it should be auto-focusing. Yeah. So that way, when all the cards are down here, you should actually be able to see them now. Hopefully, we'll see. So I got myself a Goku and a Deku. Deku likes to fall over because he's got weak ankles. And Goku does pretty good. These are actually cool. I got these from a little vending machine that you could see in the big arcades and like Japanese arcades. But they actually have some weight and texture to them. They don't feel like cheap little figurines. They actually feel like legitimate statuettes. So I'm definitely getting more of these. My next grab is going to be Naruto, and then I'm probably going to go for Sasuke, because the only alternatives to these guys, there is a Bakugo, which I will get, but the only alternate Goku is Super Saiyan, which I'll get that too. And then they each have a variation where it's like a slightly different pose or a different expression. So I don't think it's worth getting all of them, but I definitely want the different ones. But we're here for this, right? We got ourselves a sealed Avatar booster box. And yes, as usual, I am uninformed. I don't know what cards are worth. I don't know all the cards that can be found. I don't even have anything in particular that I guess I would want except for maybe an Iroh, because I like that the Iroh that has to do with lessons, and playing lesson cards would actually be a different style of play for me, so I guess that would be something I'd go for. So you could say the Iroh that deals with lessons would be our chase for this box. And then of course my brother Hammy, he's out looking for the Azula cards. He wants to do a deck with a bunch of Azulas, and that could be cool. So we'll keep an eye out for those. Hopefully we get one of those, because that would be awesome. But I guess we can just go ahead and crack right into this, right? So I want to say thank you for checking out the video, and I hope you find something on here that you like too, because I like when people see things they like. So, a little bit of shadow from the light, because my only light right now is from the window. But got the microphone going, got the camera going, it's all clear, it's nice. So let's go ahead and crack into this and see what we can find. I'm not going to use a razor blade or anything, because I don't like seeing people cut open packs and stuff with razors. It makes me nervous. Like, even if they do it all the time, and it's like, oh, well, I never clip the cards, or I pay attention to where they're... It just makes me nervous, dude. I don't want to rip this open. Like, it's already open, but I don't want to tear the box. Oh, there we go. Alright, you two are going to have to move so I have some room. Should I put more stuff up here? Because I got some cool figures I can put in here for decoration. I got this really cool black and white Spider-Man. It's not Spider Noir, but it's a black and white Spider-Man hanging upside down from a light post, and I've used it in some of my earlier videos for this. So, Magic the Gathering Avatar: The Last Airbender draft archetype. We are not drafting, so not worried about that right now. Where's my focus? There we go. Like, this camera does good for autofocus, so I'm hoping it stays consistent, but it also means some of this gets a little darker in the background, so we'll just see how things go. That would be a cool print to put on a canvas, hang it on the wall. So I don't really know what to do with this, so bye. Oh, we got so many here. And I notice when people do, when people get to choose where in the box they want to pack from, they always choose something specific, like left bottom, right middle, stuff like that. I'm not doing that. We're just gonna mix them all up and see what happens. embrace the chaos, right? Because when is this not fun? You know what I mean? Like, that's fun to me. And this is a lot of packs. Last time I did this, I think was the Spider-Man bundle I got for myself. It was the, I don't even remember. Hold on, let me go look. I have it nearby. Okay. Yeah. It was a Spider-Man gift bundle. I got that a while back. I ended up missing the land pack and the Gwenum promo card. I did email them. I sent them tons of pictures to prove that I wasn't lying and I was missing product. And I sent them a link to a video to show the box being opened. And I'm still waiting. It's been like over 6 months, I think. But anytime I email them asking to see an update or something, they just say flat out, like, you know, it takes a while. There's a lot of people trying to call in with the same issue. And it's like, maybe that's the problem. Like, I just want my Gwynam. So, let's go ahead and start cracking into these. If there is a specific card that you're on the hunt for, put it in the comments below. Because if I see it and it's not some $50 card and I get it, I might just give it away. All right. So I'm not good at the whole sliding cards around thing. I don't know which ones to swap around. I'm not going to put the back to the front or anything. We're just going to go through all these. That way, if I see a newer mechanic, I can read it and explain it to everybody, like the elemental bending. So we got a Water Tribe Captain. Looks very nice. Badger Mole. Oh, I know Badger Mole Cub is really good. Yuyan Archers. Daily Indoctrination. Oh, it has, oh yeah, right there. Earthbend 2. Target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste, and it's still a land. You put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. So even if you lose, even if it dies or gets exiled, you get your land back. So I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one had Earthbend. And I know Firebending gives you mana. Right, so I got Octopus Form. Oh, that's a lesson. Cool. Earth Rumble Warriors. Or Earth Rumble Wrestlers. Sorry about that. Messenger Hawk. Sparring Dummy. Ozai's Cruelty. Destined Confrontation. Zhongzhong the Deserter. Nice card. Firebending, so you add whatever number that is, you add that in red mana for that when it attacks. And we've got Tiger Seal. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this creature. When you draw your second card, you upkeep, untap it. Okay. Then we have Earth Kingdom Soldier. Then we got a Nomashu City. And a Clue Ally Token. Like I said, I don't know a lot of the cards in here, so if I end up running by something that's worth a lot of money, or it's a really powerful card or anything like that, or it's got some crazy combo, let me know. Because otherwise, I'm not going to know. Alright, so we got Airbending Lesson, which it says Airbend target non-land permanent. Exile it while it's exiled. Its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. Interesting. Pillar Launch. Fire Nation Cadets. Swamp Snare Trap. Giant Koi. Oh, Waterbending. So Waterbending, while paying a Waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1. So it's like Convoke. Okay. Otter Penguin. Kyoshi Warriors. Fire Nation Engineer. Ember Island Production. Little copy spell there. My Jaded Edge with Prowess. And then Longfang Grand Secretariat. And we got ourselves a, oh, okay, Legend of Karuk. He's a saga that transforms into Avatar Karuk. Very nice. Whenever you cast a spell, Whenever you cast any spell, okay. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. And the token has this creature cannot block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. And you can exhaust it. Now, exhaust is something I haven't messed with, but it says you can only activate an exhaust ability once. Does that mean like ever? Unless anything says otherwise? Because I tried looking into it and could not find a ruling. So if somebody could let me know in the comments, you can only activate exhaust of each creature one time ever. I don't really like. I know there's some stuff that lets you exhaust more than once, but and then Waterbend X, you take an extra turn after this one. Interesting. Then we've got Iguana Parrot Foil, a beautiful full art planes, and a treasure token, Aang Awoken Avatar Merit Lage. Oh, okay. I have one of these in that Omo Tricky Terrain Precon. Comes with a Merit Lage. So, maybe I'll put that in there. Well, that's what I was doing. I usually pull out a card I feel like is the big hitter from each pack, and I just don't know. When another creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It does. I mean, it says Waterbend X, but Waterbend 20. I thought that said X. Jesus, Waterbend 20? Tap 20 artifacts and or creatures to pay for it? That's... Whew. And then you only take an extra turn once, so you don't take multiple... Okay. I don't know about that one. I think if I find something that genuinely seems like it's crazy, then I'll go ahead and put it to the side, because I like to keep track of what the hits in a pack might be. Next one. Alright, so we got Rocky Rebuke, Treetop Freedom Fighters, Azula Always Lies. I already know Hammy's going to want that one. Rowdy Snowballers, Razor Rings, that looks awesome. Raucous Audience, tap. Okay, so you add 1 green if you control a creature powered 4 or greater, add 2 green. Not bad. Barrels of Blasting Jelly, Waterbending Scroll, Booming, King of 3 Trials. You gotta love Booming. So we got, when Booming enters, choose up to X, where X is how many lesson cards are in your graveyard. Put 3 1/1 counters on Booming. Target player scries 3 or Earthbend 3. Not shabby. Not shabby at all. We got Low and Lee Twin Tutors. It's a lesson / noble searcher. And then noble creatures you control and lesson spells you control have lifelink. Very interesting. We got Boiling Rock Rider. Hey guys, Riot. I'm actually really annoyed that this doesn't have Riot. Just because it's Ham. I mean, come on. We got Zhao the Moonslayer. Okay. What's that one card? Blood Moon or something like that? All your non-basic lands and your opponent's non-basic lands enter tapped. Pay 7 to put a Conqueror counter on him. He has Menace. As long as he has a Conqueror counter on him, non-basic lands are mountains. They lose their other types and abilities and tap for a red. So if anybody's playing mono anything other than red, this just locks them out of the game. They're stuck using their non-basic lands. And then Merchant of Many Hats. We got a foil, or no, that's not foil, just shimmery. Full art Swamp, and then an everything token. Definitely the hitter. Like, that's crazy. And I do like the Boomy. I like that Boomy. Like I said, I wanted to do a Iroh lessons deck, so I'm more than happy to get some extra lessons. Still nothing crazy yet, though. And that's the 3rd pack. Here's number 4 with a gorgeous Kyoshi Warrior ally token. Alright, so we got Ostrich Horse. I remember in the show they introduced the Earth King and they're like, and his bear. And they start listing different combinations of animals and he's like, no, just his bear. And they thought that was the craziest thing. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Corrupt Court Official. Oh, this guy. First Time Flyer. Airbending lesson again. Zuko's Exile. Exile target artifact, creature or enchantment, its controller creates a clue token. Not bad. I mean, it's 5, but I don't know. Vindictive Warden. Twin Blades. Very nice. True Ancestry. Zuko's Conviction. Hermetic Herbalist. Add 1 mana of any color. Add 2 mana of any combination of colors, but only for lessons. Not bad. Earthbender Ascension. When this enchantment enters Earthbend 2, then search your library for a basic land card, put it on your battlefield, then shuffle. It goes untapped. Whenever a land you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. When you do, if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control, and it gains trample until end of turn. It feels kind of slow. I like that it searches you a land, but it just, I don't know about that. A foil Azula always lies. Yeah, a mountain and a clue ally token. I know Earthbending. I've played somebody that used Earthbending decks and they did pretty good, but it wasn't like the fastest thing ever. But I don't know. I still think that this is pretty good. And I'll put the foil Azula. Well, I'll hold on to the Azulas until we're done so we can collect them all for Hammy. Oh, we need ourselves a big winner here. We got Badger Mole. Yuyan Archers. Come on, focus. I praised you earlier. Don't do this to me. Daily Indoctrination. Octopus Form. Glider Kids. Otter Penguin. Kyoshi Warriors. Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. What a name. Okay, so when you draw your second... Excuse me. When you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token that can't be blocked and cannot block by non-spirits. That's not bad. Trusty Boomerang. Glider Staff. Jet Freedom Fighter. When he enters, he deals damage equal to a number of creatures you control to target creature an opponent controls. When he dies, you put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. I don't know if that's that good for for 5 though. But the artwork is amazing. And we got a Badger Mole Cub. I know that's a hit right there. I'm not even gonna pretend that's not good. Because if I'm correct, Badger Mole Cub is like the best thing you can pull in a normal pack. Well, let me check real quick. So, all right. I know Scryfall is not like the end-all be-all source for pricing, but it's what I like to use because it does seem to keep up with market trends. So if we sort by price and we go from descending, so the highest price card is at the top, it is Badger Mole Cub. So we finally got ourselves a nice hit right there. And I know that's good. So when he enters, you Earthbend 1, and whenever you tap a creature for mana, it generates double or an extra green. So it's really good acceleration for only 2. I'm about to put that sucker in a sleeve. That is good. I haven't had a good hit like that in a long time. We got a Cat Gator. Oh, okay. When it enters, deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control to any target. Okay. I mean, it costs 7. But, I mean, if you got, like, black-green with Badger Mole Cub and you have some actual ramp in there, this wouldn't be bad. This could be a good finisher. And we got a Sunblessed Peak and an Everything token. Yeah, that Badger Mole Cub is amazing. I'll take more of those. I believe that was pack 5 on to pack 6. So we got Octopus Form. Glider Kids. Turtle Duck. Adorable. Wait, until end of turn it gets base power 4 and gains trample? Wow. That is a angry duck. We got an Azula Lightning Strike. I know Hammy will like that one. Beetle-Headed Merchants. Platypus Bear. Not the cabbages. Pretending Pox Bearers. Hama the Bloodbender. Oh, okay. She's an uncommon? When Hama enters, target opponent mills 3, And then you exile up to one non-creature, non-land card from their graveyard. And for as long as you control Hama, you can cast the exiled card during your turn by waterbending X instead of paying its mana cost, where X is its mana cost. So you tap your artifacts and creatures to help pay for the card you exile with her. It's not bad. I mean, it's only when she enters, but it's blue. There's definitely ways to keep that going. I got Solstice Revelations, Wolf Bat. Oh, Heartbreak City right here. Anybody who's seen the show and heard this song, oh man, let the tears flow. Chapter 1, because this is a saga, you mill 3 cards, and then you create a food token. Chapter 2, you put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. And in Chapter 3, draw a card if there's a creature or lesson card in your graveyard. Oof. And we got Wang Shi Tong Librarian. Okay, I know this is another hitter too. This guy, I'm seeing a lot of him. So he's got Flash Flying Vigilance, 1/1. When Wang Shi Tong enters, put X 1/1 counters on him, then draw half of X cards rounded down. When an opponent searches their library, you put a 1/1 counter on him and draw a card. Not bad. Kind of reminds me of Hydroid Crisis. The one that when it's a Simic card. When it enters, you gain life and draw cards. I'll have to find it sometime. Definitely the big one right there. I know that's crazy. And we got a Foil Invasion Submersible. Come on, focus. Focus, focus. Serpent's Pass, and there it is, the bear. Just blowing everybody's minds in that universe because it's only a bear. And we have a food token. On to the next pack. We got 2 big hitters so far. Oh, we got a Zuko copy token. Oh, from the Ember Island players. Okay. Alright, so we got a Giant Koi. Yip Yip. Foggy Swamp Vinebender. Deserter's Disciple. Deadly Precision. Cycle of Renewal. Sacrifice a land, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them on the battlefield tapped. And then shuffle. Not bad. Bender's Waterskin. White Lotus Reinforcements. Energy Bending. I actually like that a lot. It's just like a 1-turn Chromatic Lantern, and then you draw a card, but I like it. Epic Downfall. Tai Li Chi Blocker. Very nice. Agna, as much as I've seen the show, there's no way I'm going to pronounce that. It's been too long. Agna Quella? I don't know. Oh, but it's a land. Enters tapped unless you control a basic land. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we have Zuko Conflicted, and he's foil. Rakdos 2/3, Legendary Human Rogue. At the beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen, and you lose 2 life. So you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on him, add 1 red mana, or exile him, and then return him to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Okay. So you choose one that hasn't been chosen, so you could just do that and just throw it to your opponent. And then other side is, oh, wrong one. Oh, I don't know why I thought that said exile him, then return him transformed. I just completely misread that. My bad. But yeah, still, that's good. I don't know. I don't have anything I could use for that, but like a Xantia deck could probably use it. And we have a Airship Engine Room. And then a Spirit. Oh, that's beautiful. Come on. I praised this camera's autofocus, and now it just doesn't want to work with me. Yeah. Zuko's the big one in there, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, get on to the next one. Alright, we got Glider Kids, Turtle Duck, Lightning Strike, Beetle-Headed Merchants, Waterbending Lesson, Cycle of Renewal, Messenger Hawk, Gather the White Lotus, Shared Roots, Fire Nation Attacks, and we got a Borderless Crashing Wave as an additional cost to cast the spell Waterbend X, and then you tap up to X target creatures, then distribute 3 stun counters among creatures your opponents control. Not bad. Very nice. Oh, okay. And we got a Borderless Walls of Bossing Say. Defender, other permanents you control have indestructible 0/30 for 8. Okay, we got a Zuko. 4-drop, 4/3 human noble, firebending 3, so when he attacks you add 3 red mana. It lasts until the end of combat. Pay 3 to exile the top card of your library, and you may play it that turn. I don't like those effects myself. I don't like exiling and then getting to play it, because the second I don't have the mana, it's done. I'm not that good at mana conservation. And then we got a full art island and a monk food token. That's big. I like that. 3 hitters in 1. What else are we going to get today? Okay, we got Lost Days, Water Tribe Captain, Badger Mole, but not the cub, Yuyan Archers, Daily Indoctrination, Bender's Waterskin, How to Start a Riot. Hey, there it is. Hey, Riot. That's what I was looking for. Bitter Work, Boomerang Basics, Team Avatar. When a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Pay 3 to discard this. It deals damage equal to how many creatures you control the target creature. I like that. And the art's cool too. That's pretty good. Invasion Tactics. When this enchantment enters, creatures you control get 2/2 until end of turn. When one or more allies you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Not too bad. We got Toph, the hard-headed teacher. When I played the Earthbending deck, if I remember right, this was the commander when I played against it. When Toph enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. If that spell's a lesson, you put an extra 1/1 counter on that land. Very nice. And we got a foil Compassionate Healer. When this creature becomes tapped, you gain a life and scry 1. That's not bad. A nice island, and then a soldier Ballistic Boulder token. Okay, I like that. Toph is amazing. The enchantment's not bad. Team Avatar's not bad. I'm going to put these aside as the hits because I like those. And that's what I'm going for. It's the stuff I like. Or anything that actually has value or some kind of awesome meta combo, whatever works. Next one, we got the Mongoose Lizard. Pirate Peddlers. Okay, so that's some sacrifice outlet right there. Not a sacrifice outlet, a sacrifice payoff. That's what it is. Flexible Waterbender. Path to Redemption. Okay. Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. Foo-foo Cuddly Poops. Platypus Bear. Oops, almost dropped all those. Pretending Pox Bearers. Focus is going out again. We got a Haru Hidden Talent. Come on. Okay, so when another ally you control enters, you Earthbend 1. Not bad. Cruel Administrator. I actually had a deck idea using, it was a 60 card modern firebending deck. And then I found out 3 of the cards are commander only. So if I ever decide to build that, that's definitely a kitchen table custom deck. Crescent Island Temple. Oh, some shrine support. Okay. We got Diligent Zookeeper. Each non-human creature you control gets +1/+1 for every one of its creature types to a max of 10. Oh, man. Okay. Remember when I mentioned the Omo Tricky Terrain deck? She puts everything counters on your creatures and lands. Any creature with an everything counter counts as every creature type. Which means with this on the field, all of your creatures get +10/+10. That's insane. That's a hitter right there. Oh, here we go. We got a Legend of Roku. And then flips to Avatar Roku. Firebending 4. So when he attacks, you get 4. Pay 8, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying and firebending 4. And then you exile top 3 cards of your library. You can play them until end of your next turn. Chapter 2, add 1 mana of any color. Chapter 3, exile him and return him as the avatar. Earthen Ally, interesting, it's all colors. Gets +1/+0 for each color among allies you control. And then Earthbend 5. Okay. Not too bad right there. And then Foggy Bottom Swamp and a Clue ally token. Not too bad. We're finding some cool cards in here. And it is a big nostalgia trip for me to go through these and see all the different scenes and characters from the show. It's nice. And I was watching this when it first came out. So it's like every week, once a week, I was on the phone with a friend and we're just watching the show together and just commentating on it all. And you know what else is really good? Cactus juice. It'll quench you. I love it. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. That's amazing. Foamy Mouth Guy. Avatar Enthusiasts. Rebellious Captives. Fire Nation Raider. I think my movement is what's making the camera go out of focus. Callous Inspector. Zuko's Exile. Vindictive Warden. Jet's Brainwashing. Momo, the Playful Pet. Legendary Lemur Bat Ally. Flying Vigilance. When he leaves the battlefield, choose one. You either create a food token, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, or scry 2. But who would ever want to get rid of Momo? Katara Bending Prodigy. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a 1/1 counter on her, and you can water bend 6 to draw a card. And that artwork is nice. It seems a little off to me. I know there's been a bit of controversy with a lot of cards using AI art, and I don't jump to conclusions, but it's stuff like the hand. It just look. I know it's supposed to be perspective, but it just looks weird to me. But the artwork itself is gorgeous. Then we got the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. My cabbages. So when he enters, you create a food token. When you sacrifice a food, you can search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you search your library this way, you put this creature on the bottom of its owner's library, then shuffle. Not too bad. And then we've got Aang Swift Savior. Flash, flying when Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target creature or spell. Okay, so if there's anything on the stack, you can flash in Aang and then exile that spell. While it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. So they either pay 2 to recast it, or if they're able to, or they lose it, right? That could be pretty powerful. And then you can waterbend 8 to transform him. He transforms into Aang and Law, Ocean's Fury. That's crazy. Reach and trample. When it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on every tapped creature you control. Oof. Alright then. And then we've got a foil Walltop Sentries. Reach Death Touch. When it dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, gain 2 life. Foil Serpent's Pass. And then a Clue Ally token. Aang is definitely the hitter there. That's good. This one sticks up. I like trying to keep them level. Alright, so we got a Geyser Leaper. Rabaroo Trap. Ostrich Horse. Yeah, that's a troop. Rabaroo Troop. Yay, dyslexia. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Corrupt Court Official. Merchant of Many Hats. Kyoshi Warriors. Heartless Act. Very heartless. You leave Appa alone. Invasion Reinforcements. Twin Blades. Spirit Water Revival. Oh, that's a rare, okay. As an additional cost to cast it, you may waterbend 6. Draw 2 cards if you paid the additional cost. Instead, shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7, and you have no max hand size for the rest of the game. That sounds great. That's going into hit. And we have Foggy Swamp Visions. As an additional cost to cast the spell Waterbend X, exile X target creature cards from graveyards. So that's all graveyards. And for every creature card exiled this way, you create a token that's a copy of it. Wow. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice those tokens, or just play an end of turn card. But I think that's crazy. So that's definitely going into hits, because that's good. Just board wipe, take your opponent's best stuff. And we have a foil wolf bat, North Pole Gates, and a Clue ally. Yeah, I like those. They might not be as powerful as I'm thinking they are, but to me, they seem really strong and useful. All right, next one, we got a Borcupine. Canyon Crawler, that is terrifying. Spider Beast. Ugh. Forecasting Fortune Teller. Sandbender Storm. Sabertooth Moose Lion. Boomy Bash. Earth Village Ruffians. Guru Pathic. Come on. There we go. We got Appa. Loyal Sky Bison. Flying 4/4. When it enters or attacks, choose one. Target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Or you airbend another target non-land permanent that you control. Adorable. And he's got that little foil swirl pattern on him. Fire Navy Trebuchet. Benevolent River Spirit. And we got Suki, Courageous Rescuer. That was a crazy scene. The other creatures you control get +1/+0 whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn. Create a 1/1 white ally creature token. This ability only triggers once each turn. And we got a foil Pretending Poxbearers, and then an airship engine room, and a Clue ally token. Guru Pathic. When it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a lesson, saga, or shrine from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. When you cast one of those 3, you put a 1/1 counter on another creature you control. Not bad. Love Appa, though. I don't know if I can say it's a hit, but I don't know what the hit would be out of there. So if you have an idea of which one of those is the big hitter, throw it in the comments and let me know. Ooh! I almost dropped every one of those. As soon as I pulled them out of the pack, they just... Alright, so we got a Rabaroo Troop. Some of these might be mixed up now. Yeah. A little bit. Ostrich Horse, yeah, they're still mixed up. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Corrupt Court Official. First Time Flyer. Merchant of Mini Hats. Aang's Journey. Oh, a kicker spell. Professor Zay. Anthropologist. Oh, you had to put... Wait. Okay. He's still good there, but it doesn't look like things are going well for him. We got Flopsy Boomy's Buddy. Oh, when he enters, you put a 1/1 counter on every creature you control. Every creature you control with power 4 or higher cannot be blocked by more than one creature. Alright. Earth Kingdom Protectors. Firebender Ascension. That's a good one. When a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment, and then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you can copy the ability and choose new targets for it. And then you get a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1 when it enters. Definitely the hitter right there. United Front, create X 1/1 white ally creature tokens, and then you put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. I like that a lot. That's going over there too. And then we have a foil Lightning Strike, Kyoshi Village, and a Bear Food token. Any other hitters? Boomy's Buddy's pretty good. Yeah, I'll put that over there. Because we got that Boomy card that was really good too. Let's see here. Firebending Lesson. Curious Farm Animals. Rocky Rebuke. Treetop Freedom Fighters. Azula Always Lies Again. Platypus Bear again. Zuko's Exile again. Tolls of War. Interesting. Iroh's Demonstration. Accumulate Wisdom. Seismic Sense. Day of Black Sun. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. And then we got a Rock-a-Lanche. Earthbend X, for X is how many forests you control with flashback. The forests don't have flashback. It has flashback. And Foggy Bottom Swamp and a Clue ally token. That Day of Black Sun is great. We're looking for some more big cards here, but so far, nothing crazy is standing out since the first few. So we got a Foggy Swamp Waterbender, or Vinebender, Deserter's Disciple, Deadly Precision, Lost Days, Water Tribe Captain, Eng's Journey, Abandoned Attachments, Water Tribe Rallier, Dilate Agents. Oh, hold up. When this creature enters Earthbend 1, then Earthbend 1 again. When this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is how many creatures you control to have 1/1 counters on them. That could be a game ender right there. I'm going to put that into hits because that can just straight up take some people out. Invasion Submersible, Zhao Ruthless Admiral, in case it didn't show it, because that focus keeps flickering. Then we got Avatar Destiny. Each enchant creature you control, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for every creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power and then return this card to its owner's hand and up to one creature card that was milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Oh, okay, so it's when your avatar dies, you mill cards and then you make a new avatar. Okay, I get it. Pretty good. Porcupine, Forest, and Soldier copy token. Right, next one. I like the Avatar Destinies. I don't like milling my own cards though. Alright. Rowdy Snowballers, Razor Rings, Raucous Audience, Porcupine again, Canyon Crawler, Eng's Journey, Wandering Musicians, Meteor Sword, love it. When it enters, destroy target permanent, equipped creature gets +3/+3, and it costs 7. Wow. I don't know if that effect is good for a 7/+3, but I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you think of that. Water Tribe Rallier, Combustion Technique, deals damage equal to 2 plus the number of lesson cards in your graveyard to target creature. If that creature would die, exile it instead. Uh-oh. See a little bit of that frame right there. Fire Nation Palace. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got a Borderless Sokka Tenacious Tactician. Wow. Menace, Prowess. Other allies you control have Menace and Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Very good. Very nice. And we got a Foil Rabaru Troop. A Full Art Forest. Oh, that's the Lion Turtle. And then a Spirit copy token. Firebending Palace is good. And then Sokka, of course, is going in the hitter pile because Sokka's amazing. You don't need to be a bender to be awesome. Don't. That pack was backwards. Alright, so we got Curious Farm Animals, Rocky Rebuke, Treetop Freedom Fighters, Azula Always Lies, Rowdy Snowballers, How to Start a Riot, Kyoshi Battle Fan. Ooh. Oh, so just makes a token. Come on. Creates a token and then attaches to it, but it only gives it +1 power. Combustion Man. When he attacks, destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to his power. So every attack, he deals a minimum of 4 damage if they don't want to lose their permanent. That's good. All right. Grand. Whenever Grand becomes tap, draw a card, then discard a card. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. I like that. She's going in the pile. Guru Pathic. We got another Appa. I'll put him in the pile because that's where the other one. There he is. There he is. That's who we've been waiting for. Iroh Grand Lotus. Firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. So all of your lesson cards in your graveyard have flashback 1. So yeah. So all of your lesson cards in your graveyard cost 1 to replay. That's the boy right there. He's the one we've been waiting for. So I guess I'm going to start working on a Iroh lesson deck because now I have the commander. Beautiful. Then we have a foil Geyser Leaper. A foil Full Art Mountain. That is beautiful. And a soldier copy token. Those creep me out. That's the boy right there. This whole thing, like, when I looked through some of the card lists, my thought was I need to get Azula for Hammy. And then I want to get Aang, the Wooburg Aang, because I want to upgrade my ally, my Tazari allies deck. And like so many allies in this set. But that right there, I just decided to make that I would like look into that deck style the other day. And now I pull them. That's good. That's awesome right there. All right, next pack. Curious Farm Animals. Get up there. There you go. Raucous Audience. Porcupine. Canyon Crawler. Rowdy Snowballers. Aang's Journey. Wandering Musicians. Northern Air Temple. When it enters, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. When another shrine you control enters, each opponent loses life and you gain a life. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. That's crazy. Shrines are going nuts. I mean, they already were, but still. We got Fancy Footwork. I'm actually going to put that over there just because of how good that is. Air Nomad Legacy. The Boulder. He is ready to rumble, and he is not conflicted about his feelings. Earthbend X, where X is how many creatures you control that have power 4 or greater. The Boulder's gonna win this in a landslide. Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop and Ally Manador. That's just a land, but still. We have a foil Dragonfly Swarm with Flying Ward 1. This creature's power is equal to the number of non-creature and non-land cards in your graveyard, and when it dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. Well, we know where that's going. And we have an upside down swamp and a dragon food token. That dragon goes with that avatar Roku we pulled earlier. What would be the big card here? Oh, the Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop's pretty good. So this is good because this is giving me a lot of cards for that Iroh deck. Alright, so we got It'll Quench Ya, Avatar Enthusiasts, Rebellious Captives, Fire Nation Raider. Ooh, I don't think I got that one yet. Callous Inspector, Geyser Leaper, Platypus Bear, Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, Tiger Dillo. How terrifying would it be? You're out in the wilds, and you hear a tiger roar, and you turn around and see this sucker rolled up in a ball, just high speed flying at you. That'd be insane. North Pole Patrol. Say that 3 times fast. Glider Staff. Fire Nation Drill. Ooh, permanents your opponent's control loots hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That is going in the Iroh deck. It's a vehicle, and I don't care, because that ability is a game changer for a lot of stuff. Like, how many times have you gone up against anything involving white angels, and they drop an Avacyn? And then all of a sudden, they drop a Sigarda, and all their stuff's hexproof and indestructible. Not anymore. Not anymore. Deal with that stuff. Then we got a foil Hebe. Hey-bye. Spirit of Balance. And we got an Omashu City and a Monk food token. That's going in the Iroh deck, because I'm not going to get caught off guard by an entire field of untouchable angels. Not this time, buddy. Not this time. Okay, so, hey, bye. Whenever he enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact, and if you do, put 2/1/1 counters on it. When it leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control. I'd say that's the hit, because it's a sack outlet, it's not expensive to cast, and you get to keep the counters that are on it if it dies. I feel like that's pretty useful. This pack was backwards. Callous Inspector. Geyser Leaper. I got a lot of those now. Rabaroo Troop. Ostrich Horse. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Corrupt Court Official. Cat Owl. Interesting. Allies at last. Affinity for allies. Up to 2 target creatures you control each deal damage equal to their power to target creature and opponent controls. A 2v1. Okay. I see where you're going with that. Price of Freedom. Waterbending Scroll. Enter the Avatar state. Until end of turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar in addition to its other types, and gains Flying, First Strike, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Okay. It's a little nutty. We're going to turn Iroh into the Avatar. That's going to be amazing. Focus. Come on now. When this creature enters or attacks... Oh, this is the rare. Raven Eagle. So when this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card, not creature, from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, create a clue token. And whenever you draw your second card each spell, each opponent loses life and you gain a life. And then we got an Airbending Lesson and its foil, and a beautiful foil full art island with a clue and ally token. I like that allies at last. The 2v1's funny. And the Enter the Avatar state. We're giving that to Iroh. He doesn't even need it. Have you seen his Prison Break scene? The dude is crazy. Alright. Ooh. Very, very nice ally token. So we got First Time Flyer, Airbending Lesson, Pillar Launch, Fire Nation Cadets, Swamp Snare Trap, Cat Owl, Earth Rumble Wrestlers, another Boomy. Well, we're going to put him to the side because we know he's good. Low and Lee Twin Tutors, another Grand, Combustion Man, and Fire. There you go, Hammy. There's your girl. We got Fire Lord Azula. Firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while she is attacking, copy it. She had a 4/4 that costs 1 blue, black, and red. There is your girl, my dude. We know exactly where that's going. And we got a foil Vengeful Villagers, an island, and a clue ally token. Nice. That's crazy. Yeah, a couple of one hitters in here. I mean, this is good for the Iroh deck. I mean, anything with Lesson is obviously good for the Iroh deck, but still. We're getting some bangers. And we got a Yip, Foggy Swan Finebender, Deserter's Disciple, Deadly Precision, Lost Days, Abandoned Attachments, Earth Kingdom Soldier, Buzzard Wasp Colony, Burn It with Fire. Straight up. Buzzard Wasps? That's terrifying. Serpent of the Pass, Airbender's Reversal, destroy target attacking creature or airbend target creature you control. I feel like this should have been a redirect spell. Like untimely malfunction or something like it should have redirected the target of a spell. Sun Warriors with a lot of firebending. Great Divide Guide. Each land and ally you control tasks for 1 mana of any color. Very nice. And we got a foil Grand. She'll go with Iroh. So will the guide. We got a Plains and another Dragon token. All right, what else we got? Oh, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 packs left, everybody. All right, we got a Pillar Launch, Fire Nation Cadets, Swamp Snare Trap, Giant Koi, Yip, Zuko's Exile, Vindictive Warden, Zuko Exiled Prince. What are you doing, Focus? Suki Kyoshi Warrior, Fatal Fissure, Fatal Fissure. My brain wanted to say Final Fantasy. Sokka's Haiku, and this is the fun part. It is a haiku. 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. So Sokka's Haiku is a haiku. And we got the last Agni Kai. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way, add that much red mana. Until end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Very nice. And we got a foil Badger Mole. I saw the foil and saw Badger Mole and I thought it was a cub, so I was about to freak out. And we got a foil Sunblessed Peak and a Clue ally token. We got Bazooka over there. Suki's good. The haiku is good. That's a big pile. We don't usually get a pile like that. I think the last time I got a pile that big was the Final Fantasy box I bought for Christmas. Which it wasn't so much that everything in there was amazing. It's just I had that many cards that I found that I thought were good. Foggy Swamp Hunters. Interesting. Watery Grasp. Zhongzhong's Deserters. Walltop Sentries. Firebending Lesson. Hog Monkey. Earth Village Ruffians. We got a Dragonfly Swarm. Toph the Blind Bandit. Heck yeah. We got ourselves another Toph. Oh, I see that frame back there. I tried not to pull it, but I saw it. Come on. Bossing Say. Not bad. Avatar's Wrath. Choose up to 1 target creature, then airbend all other creatures. Until your next turn, your opponents cannot cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Wow. So you choose 1 creature, and you choose 1 creature, and then airbend you exile all other creatures, but they can't cast it until they can pay for it, and then you exile this. So basically, you're clearing the entire board except for 1 creature. So crazy. Oh, wow. Okay, I know dang well that's a good hit right there. That is amazing and beautiful. That's actually the artwork I wanted for this too. Firebending Student, 2-drop, 1/2, human monk with prowess. Firebending X, where X is this creature's power. Absolutely stunning. I would get this on a playmat. That's how much I love this artwork. That is 100% going over there. Misty Palms Oasis, and then a Clue ally. Yeah, no, that's a hit. That is crazy right there. Let's hope for more of that. Oop, didn't pull. All right, so we have Razor Rings, excuse me, Raucous Audience, Porcupine, Canyon Crawler, burn that with fire too. Forecasting Fortune Teller, Kyoshi Battlefan, Pretending Poxbearers, Fire Navy Trebuchet, another Toph. Okay, that's an Earthbending card, and I don't have a lot to do with Earthbending, but I don't know. Benevolent River Spirit, Tundra Tank, Beifong's Bounty Hunters, Boomy Bash in foil, and then we have a Forest and a Clue. I'm assuming, yes, this is the rare. When a non-land creature you control dies, Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Not too bad. Maybe I'll get enough out of here to build a top Earthbending deck too. Who knows? Alright, so we got Turtle Ducks, Lightning Strike, beetle-headed merchants, waterbending lesson, curious farm animals, barrels of blasting jelly. Oh, very nice. The monstrous serpent. It is a Coma Cosmos serpent variant. Cannot be countered. At the beginning of every upkeep, your opponents as well, you create a 3/3 blue serpent creature token named Coma's Coil. You may sacrifice another serpent, which in this case would be one of the coils, to give it... I lost it, sorry. Sacrifice another serpent, choose one. Tap target permanent. Its activated abilities cannot be activated this turn. Or the monstrous serpent gains indestructible until end of turn. So you sack your coil tokens to give it indestructible for a turn. That is a hit. Absolutely. Allies at last. Judy, one of many. Ugh, creepy. Enter the avatar state. Very nice card. Price of Freedom. Then we got an Elemental Teachings. Search your library for up to 4 lands with different names and reveal them. Lands, not basic lands. That's the beauty of it. An opponent chooses 2 of them. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest on your battlefield tapped. And then we have a foil Wandering Musicians, a North Pole Gates, and a Clue Ally token. Good stuff. We'll pull the avatar state aside too, because I got a plan for that. We're getting to the last few. Firebending Lesson, Hog Monkey, It'll Quench Ya, Elemental Enthusiasts, Rebellious Captives, Fire Nation Raider, Wandering Merchants, or Musicians, sorry, Trusted Boomerang, Judy, one of many, Jet Freedom Fighter, and we got Katara the Fearless. If a triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. That is the big one for me. And we got Earth King's Lieutenant. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each other ally creature you control. When another ally you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And it has trample. Another hitter. Invasion Reinforcements in foil. And then we got a Meditation Pools and a Clue. I've gotten a lot of dual lands, but they're all coming in tapped. Alright, people. 2 left. Let's see what we can get out of this. We got some really amazing cards so far, so... We had a Boomy Bash, Foggy Swamp Hunters, Watery Grasp, Zhongzong's Deserters, Walltop Sentries, Wandering Musicians, Merchant of Many Hats, Vengeful Villagers, Kyoshi Island Plaza, another shrine. Shrines are getting some love. North Pole Patrol, Tiger Dillo, and the Lion Turtle. When the Lion Turtle enters, you gain 3 life. The Lion Turtle cannot attack or block unless you have 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Add 1 color of any mana, and it has Vigilance and Reach. Sorry for the dog in the background. The people out there are making some noise. And we got a Foil Tiley Artful Acrobat. When she attacks, you can pay 1. When you do, target creature can't block. I'd say that's pretty useful, especially because you only pay 1. A Full Art Sewers Swampiness with Momo. And a Spirit Copy Token. This is it, people. Ignore the crying child in the background. This is the last pack. Are we going to hit one final banger? Yay, nay, what do you say? We got a Sandbender's Storm, Glider Kids, Turtle Duck, Union Archers, Beetleheaded Merchants, Octopus Form, Merchant of Many Hats, Momo the Playful Pet, Jet's Brainwashing, Katara Bending Prodigy. What do we got? Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. Hold on. And Fire Lord Zuko. We got the King. Red, white, black, 2/4 legendary human noble ally. Firebend X, where X is his power. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1/1 counter on every creature you control. That is the boy right there. Kicker. The hitter, 100%. Earthbending Lesson in foil. I'll put that to the side. And a beautiful Full Art Mountain. And an Everything token. They got some crazy stuff there. We got a Katara. We got to pull the Momo out. Alright. So let's take a look at these hits. Please do not scream at me because of the pile. I'm sorting them real quick. Well, not sorting. I'm just kind of straightening them up real quick. All right. So we know that Wang Shitong and Ba Sing Se and the Badger Mole Cub are the big price cards that I've pulled. But in total, all right, so we're going to do, all right, so we got Katara, Earthbending Lesson. That's just foil. I'll put the foils off to the side. So we got Fire Lord Zuko, got Ty Lee in foil, the Lion Turtle, Kyoshi Island Plaza for them shrines. Got the Earth King's Lieutenant, which I thought was really good. Katara the Fearless, Enter the Avatar State, Elemental Teachings, the Monstrous Serpent, Beifong's Bounty Hunters, Toph the Blind Bandit. We got the absolutely beautiful Firebending Student. Don't call me a simp, I'm just a man. Avatar's, wait. Yeah, sorry, that's a different one. Avatar's Wrath. We got the Ba Sing Se. I'll put that down here with the Kyoshi Plaza because it is also a shrine. I am doing horrible with this right here. Another Toph the Blind Bandit. Sokka's Haiku. Suki Kyoshi Warrior. Zuko the Exiled Prince. The Last Agni Kai. The Great Divide Guide. Foil Grand. Fire Lord Azula. Boomy, King of Three Trials. We got two of those. Another Enter the Avatar State. Heibai, Spirit of Balance. The Fire Nation Drill. Jasmine Tea Shop. Northern Air Temple. Another shrine. Wow, we got 3 shrines. Shrines are getting crazy. We got the goat, the boy, the man, the myth, the legend. Iroh of the Grand Lotus. He is going to be the commander of my lesson deck. He's going right there. That's where he belongs. Appa, the Loyal Sky Bison. We got more Grands. I'll put her off to the side. We got Combustion Man. Fire Nation Palace. Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. We got Avatar Destiny. Daily Agents. Day of Black Sun. Flopsy, Boomy's buddy. I don't know where Boomy went, so he's just going right there. United Front. Firebender Ascension. Foggy Swamp Visions. Spirit Water Revival. Aang Swift Savior. Earth and Ally. The Legend of Roku. Diligent Zookeeper. Team Avatar. Invasion Tactics. Toph the Hard-Headed Teacher. Compassionate Healer. And we got the borderless Crashing Wave and the borderless Walls of Ba Sing Se. We got the foil Zuko Exiled Prince. We got 3 Zuko cards. We got Zuko Conflicted. We got Wan Shi Tong, Librarian. We got the Badger Mole Cub. We got the Earthbender Ascension. We got the Bomi again and the Zhao the Moon Slayer. We got some solid hits, people. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me which one of these is your favorites. Because they're amazing. Why not? So we got a grand lesson. Where's that? Hey, Cheerer here. I just wanted to say thank you for checking out the video. I know my upload schedule is pretty non-existent, but I'm at a point in my life where it took a long time to sit down and actually get things going again. And I'm hoping to just keep pushing myself so I can start putting out more and more videos. So if you manage to watch all the way through on this, I really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say thank you. You all have a great day or night, depending on wherever you're at, and stay hydrated and good luck on your pulls.